Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of Defy the Odds. It is currently 12:37 on a Thursday afternoon, and this is the first time I'm sitting down at my desk with my laptop to do some work for the day. And honestly, I'm feeling a little tired. I'm not really feeling it. I wish that I could curl up in bed with my book and my cat and get lost in a fantasy world. But I run a business and I have promised you a podcast every Thursday. So I am showing up to create this for you. And this is actually really perfect timing because I recently got a question from one of my clients, and she asked me, how do you combine keeping your word to yourself with being more flowy in what your work looks like every day? Right? Because I have decided to be consistent. I have decided to show up every day for my business, but I also am all about alignment. I am also all about letting it feel easy and fun and flowy and flexible and spacious. And I did not decide to start my own business so that I could get caught up in hustle culture again, or so that I could hold myself to some unrealistic standard that's ultimately going to be detrimental to my health and burn me out and help me or cause me to lose the fire and passion that I have for this work that I do. So there's this really fine line that I've learned to walk really well between doing what I say I'm going to do, keeping my word to myself, having non negotiables, right? And creating this flow and freedom and flexibility and alignment in my life. So let's talk about this. How do I do this? The first thing is that I do have non negotiables. I do have things that I know for myself are going to happen no matter what. Part of that is a podcast every Friday for you. Part of that is showing up on Instagram every single day, at least in my stories, and ideally creating content for my feed as well. Another non negotiable is checking in with my clients every day, showing up for any scheduled calls that are on my calendar, and then just normal human things. I like to move my body every day. I like to take a shower every day. I like to brush my teeth every day, right? And it's not that I shouldn't even say I like to, I have chosen to, because some of these things we don't like to do. We don't always feel like doing them. I don't always feel like exercising every day, but it is a non negotiable. I'm going to do those things no matter what. Why? Because I want the bigger outcome. I'm focused more on the long-term goal. I'm focused more on the thing I actually want. What do I actually want? I want a strong, healthy body. I want to feel like I have more energy. I want to have clean breath. I want to have a business that makes 20K months on repeat. So if I want that, what do I need to do? I need to show up every day. Now, I don't set myself up with such strict regimented routines to where I have to do the same thing every day. I have a lot of freedom in how I do these things and when I do these things. So sometimes I work out first thing in the morning. Last night, I worked out at 5:30, 6 o'clock. Sometimes I wake up and create content at 8 a.m. Sometimes I don't create content until 5 p.m. But if I hold myself to the standard that this is a non negotiable, I know I'm going to do that thing no matter what, but it's up to me when I want to do it. And if I feel like I don't have the energy for it earlier in the day, then my top priority is to do what I need to do so that I know I have energy later on. Do I need to take a nap? Do I need to do some journaling? Do I need to check in with my coach? Do I need to go for a walk and move my body and get some sunshine? What do I need to do so that I can then do the thing I told myself I would do? Creating this sort of discipline for yourself is crucial. Discipline, keeping our word to ourselves, doing what we say we're going to do is how we build confidence. It's how we build trust in ourselves. And it's how that we build up this self-love. So, what are your non-negotiables? What are the things that you can hold yourself to, knowing that you are going to do them no matter what, even when you don't feel like it. The second piece of this, there's going to be things that you really don't enjoy doing in your business and in your day, right? For me, a big piece of that is the back end of my business. Setting up sales pages, setting up payment links, even sending emails is not my favorite thing to do, right? Creating content, that is fun, that is easy. I've got that. So what about the pieces that we don't love so much? What do we do then? Well, first of all, I believe that if you are in this business, and it's a business, right? This is not just a hobby, a fun thing we do on the side. We are running a business. We need to find a way to fall in love with as much of it as we can. So how can you fall in love with the pieces you don't love? What can you do to make it easier on yourself? How can you zoom out and look at the bigger picture? So it's like, no, I don't really love setting up sales pages, but what I do love is when I share that sales page with my audience, knowing that it's going to be exactly what some people are looking for, and they're going to hire me to work with them, and we are going to change their lives. I love that. So if I can keep that in mind while I'm creating the sales page, it brings a whole nother energy to it. The other piece, if you're really struggling with it, make it more fun. Go to your favorite coffee shop, order a fancy latte, wear your favorite outfit that makes you feel like a boss, or wear your yoga pants that are super cozy. Whatever's going to make you feel good. And then you sit down with your laptop, you spend a couple hours knocking out this thing that you didn't really want to do. And because you're doing the thing that you told yourself you were going to do, you're going to feel more confident after. You are going to feel so proud of yourself. You are going to feel like a rock star. And you're going to be able to feed off of that energy. The problem comes when we find ourselves not following through, when we find ourselves making excuses, when we put things off till the next day and the next day and the next day, or we create these stories in our head about how hard it's going to be and how much time it's going to take and how we don't really know what we're doing. We have to stop all that chatter, remind ourselves that we are capable, we are successful, we will figure this out. We are CEOs, we are bosses, we can do this. We are building successful businesses. And that's the third piece here. This is a business. This is your job. If this was a regular corporate job and there was a piece of your work that you didn't really want to do, and you just kept putting it off and putting it off, or half-assing it, what is your boss going to say? They're going to call you in for a meeting. But because this is your business, you are the boss. You have to put yourself in that place. You have to do the things even when you don't really want to do it. And you cannot wait to feel motivated. You don't need motivation. What you need is discipline. What you need is a connection to your bigger purpose, to your dream, to the life that you're creating, to the impact that you're making. Stay connected to that. And it's going to be so much easier to check off those menial little tasks every day. And it's going to be so much easier when you're connected to that big vision for you to create content every day. And I'm not saying you have to be a drill sergeant about it. I'm not saying you have to pin yourself down and make it to where it's not any fun anymore. This gets to be easy and it gets to be fun. Of course it does. So when do you love to create content? When do you love to schedule out your emails? When do you love to check in with your clients? Would you rather start work at 7 o'clock in the morning because that's when you have the most energy? Or would you rather have your whole morning to yourself like me and not start work until 12:30? There are no rules for this. But if you want consistent 10K, 20K months, if you want to grow your business to multiple six figures a year, there has to be some discipline involved. There has to be consistency involved. You have to do the things that you said you were going to do. You have to treat this like an actual business. And I know that you can do it. I know that you can do it. You know that you can do it. So show up like you mean it. Treat your business like an actual business. If you went all in for the next 6 months and did everything you told yourself you were going to do and showed up fully for your business, for your dream, imagine where you would be. You would never have to try to prove anything again. You would never have to hustle through a launch again. You would never have to try to convince people to buy from you. you will have built such a solid foundation. You will have built so much trust within yourself. You will have built the muscles and the habits that are required for you to do this forever. But you've got to start showing up today like you mean it. You've got to start taking yourself seriously. You've got to start taking your work seriously. Okay? All right. Go do it. I'm cheering you on. I'm walking side by side with you. You've got this. I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you next week. Bye.